Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the hopeful elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indian, and Haitians. Gotta give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rekah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, who teach well, and the sincere salutation to all the Akim, pushing this truth and believing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world, waking up the hopeful elect. And shalom to the Akwa who are listening and learning. The few sisters who are listening and learning. I'm Isaiah, coming into another lesson in truth, facts, faith, and edification. Another daily edification. Lord's willing to be edifying. And this is they're about to come in like a flood. The enemy is about to come in like a flood. Why? Because they have had a perpetual hatred since the beginning, since the garden. The enemy has had a perpetual hatred since the beginning. And they are about to ready to roll, man. Okay, they are about to ready to roll on you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. And this is a hatred that's been since the garden, man. Okay, since the beginning. This is Genesis chapter 3 in verse 15. Matter of fact, let's read Genesis 3 and 13. And the Lord Yahweh, power, said unto the woman, what is this that thou hast done? And the woman said, the serpent beguiled me, and I did eat of what? The tree of good and evil, right? And the Lord Yahweh power said unto the woman, what is this that thou hast done? And the woman said, the serpent beguiled me, deceived her, and I did eat. And the Lord Yahweh power said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle, and above every beast of the field. Upon thy belly shalt thou go. And when it said thou art cursed above all cattle, and above every beast of the field, because we are all beasts, man. We are all creatures, okay? Tell you that in Ecclesiastes 3 and 18. It said, upon thy belly shalt thou go, meaning you're going to be the basis of man, and dust shalt thou eat all the days of thy life. And we know a serpent don't eat dust, right? So what they're talking about? Confusion, man. Everywhere you go, you're going to bring confusion. Verse 15 is the point. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. Now we know a woman don't have a woman doesn't have seed. The man have the seed. So the Lord said right here in Genesis 3 and 15, and I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. So it has been a perpetual hatred between the seed of Satan and the seed of the woman. There has always been a perpetual hatred in the seed of Satan, right? And the seed of the woman. Now, this seed of the woman represents Israel, okay? The Israelites and the seed of Satan is who? The Edomites. Now, when the Lord flooded the earth, everybody came back through who? Shem, Ham, and Japheth, right? So Satan was always there, man. Satan wasn't destroyed, man. Okay. So Satan's seed line came back. His seed line came back, man. That's what you people have to understand. When the Lord flooded the earth from all the wickedness, the seed line of Satan came back, man. It came back. And it has always been a perpetual hatred since Satan's seed, man. When the Lord flooded the earth, Satan's seed came back, man. Now, this is Genesis 25, and let's start at 21. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife because she was barren. And the Lord Yahweh was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived. And the children struggled together within her. Conceived means she took in seed, sperm. And the children struggled together within her. And she said, if it be so, if it be a good thing to have kids, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord Yahweh. And Yahweh said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. So, again, and the Lord Yahweh said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. Why is the Lord telling Rebekah and Isaac, you got twins in your room, but they're going to be two separate people when they be born? Two manner of people, two separate nations, man. Why? Because one is the seed of Satan and one is the seed of the Most High, man. This is how the Lord worked, man. Satan's seed had to come back on the earth all over again, man. Okay? Genesis 27, verse 41. You know the story about Esau and Jacob. The Lord told Rebekah, two nations are in thy womb, right? Two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. Esau and Jacob was going to both have their own nation. Esau is the father of the Edomites. Jacob is the father of the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay? As a matter of fact, let's read that. Genesis 36 and verse 1. Now these are the generations of Esau, who is Edom. Okay? Verse 8. Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom, and these are the generations of Esau, the father of the Edomites in Mount Seir. Okay? You have to understand. Two nations came out of Rebekah's womb. There shall be two manner of people that shall be separated from thy bowels. So this prophecy from Genesis 3, when the Lord told Satan, I'm going to put enmity between thee and the woman, between thy seed and her seed. So you got to understand, Satan has a physical seed on earth. Okay? Now, going back to Genesis 27, just to read the points. Genesis 27:41. And it reads, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing, wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. Okay? So from this point on, with Esau and Jacob, there has been a perpetual hatred, man. This go all the way back to the garden, man. Okay? The Lord told Satan again, I'm going to put enmity between thee and the woman, hatred, and I'm going to put a hatred between thy seed and her seed. And the Lord had this movie to play out, that Esau and Jacob are the two seed lines that's going to be separated from birth, two manner of people, okay? Two separate nations. The Edomites is one nation. Jacob and the 12 tribes of Israel is a whole nother nation, man, okay? Again, Genesis 27:41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. So they lost the birthright for some raw meat, lentil soup, okay? And Jacob sure planted him for the blessing. It was all prophecy of the Lord. It's all prophecy. But because of that, there has been a perpetual hatred with Esau, the Edomites, against the Israelites. Okay? But the Lord set it up. So now they ready to move like a flood, man. They ready to come in like a flood, as the scriptures say. Why? Because they lost the birthright, or they sold the birthright. But then they told Isaac. What did Esau tell Isaac? Why? Because they are liars, man. As the scriptures say, they are forgers of lies, man. Listen to this. It say, this is what Esau said. He said, this is what Esau told Isaac, his father. And when this is Genesis 27:34. And when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried with a great and exceedingly bitter cry, and said unto his father, Bless me, even me also, O my father. And he said, Thy brother came with subtlety, and have taken away thy blessing. And Esau said, Is not he rightly named Jacob? For he have supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright. That's a lie. He sold his birthright to Jacob, right? He took away my birthright, and behold, now he hath taken away my blessing. And he said, Has thou not reserved a blessing for me? So Esau did never told Isaac, Hey, that I sold my brother the birthright. Okay? I sold him the birthright. He said, Is it not he rightly named Jacob? For he has supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright, and behold, now he hath taken away my blessing. So Esau telling Isaac, he took away the birthright. No, you sold the birthright for some lentils and raw meat, man. So he lied right then. What the scriptures say? They are all forges of lies. Who? Job 9:24. The earth was given to the hand of the wicked. You read Malachi 1:3 and 4. Who are the wicked? We know who the wicked is. Okay? So Esau never told Isaac that he sold his birthright to Jacob. So he lied right here when he said he supplanted me these 2 times. He didn't supplant you. You made agreement to sell their birthright for some raw meat and lentils. Okay? So they finna get ready to come in like a flood. Why? Because they lost the birthright and they don't have the blessing, which is prophecy of the Lord. But the Lord made it play out, man. Okay? It's a good movie, man. This is an awesome movie. This is an awesome movie of the Most High Yahweh, man. Okay? So now they demonizing the Hebrew Israelites. Why? Because they have dominion over the entire earth and they can do that, man. Why? Because they have a perpetual hatred. This is and that's why we tell you, man. Read this real quick. This is Romans 4:21. It reads, and being fully persuaded and being fully persuaded that what have he promised, he was able to also to perform. He was able also to perform. So being fully persuaded in your mind, man, because they finna come down with great wrath. Revelation 14:5. One man esteemeth one day above another, and another man esteemeth every day alike. Yeah, that's haste and day of the Lord, man. They all the same to the elect, man, to the hopefully elect. They all the same. But to another person that's not part of the elect, they different. Read again. Romans 14:5. One man esteemeth one day above another. And we hasten the day, but they all the same, man. Another esteemeth every day alike. Let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind. That's why we constantly tell you, be persuaded in your own mind, man. And you better hurry up because they finna come in like a flood, man. And you either gonna be on the right side of Yahweh Shema Shah, or you're gonna be on the left side, man. Okay? Where the grass is, it look green on the other side, but when you get over there, man, the grass is straight brown, man. Okay? Real dirty. So this is Isaiah 59:19. Cause they about to come in like a flood, man. See all these things that's going on right now in the news, man. Okay, they're demonizing the Hebrew Israelites, right? They keep pushing all these false flag attacks. They're about to get ready to come in like a flood. Isaiah 59:19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh shot from the west, to my the elect, and his glory from the rising of the sun, when the enemy shall come in like a flood. Okay, and they're going to come in like a flood, man. They're about to they about ready to move, man. The spirit of the Lord Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh shall lift up a standard against him. For who? For the elect, man. The Lord gonna lift up the standard for the elect. But the point is, they are about to come in like a flood, man. Okay, with their troops. Okay, they about to come in, man. They're ready to push martial law. Hey, they already done passed a law to make it a police state, man. Whenever they feel like it, they're gonna make it a police state. Okay, they're gonna bring in martial law. The enemy about to come in like a flood, and this is another point. You go to Revelation 12. Let's read this. Revelation 12. In verse 12, it says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, to my you Israelites, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. So they know their time is short. They know that, man. Okay, so they're gonna do what? They're gonna come in. They're gonna come in like a flood, man. They know they got a short time, so they're gonna come in like a flood. It's 1 Peter 5:8. It reads. It say, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. Why? Because they know that they have but a short time, man. And they're going to come in like a flood, man. Why? Because they have had a perpetual hatred. And now the truth is going out. These devils is pissed off, man. They hot. Because there's nothing they can do. When it comes to the word of Yahweh Shema Shah going out, they can't do nothing about it, man. They can push everything they want to push. They can move however they want to move, but they can't do nothing about the truth, man. Okay? They can't do nothing about these words of Yahweh Shema Shah. They can't. So let's say, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, the deceivers, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. Why? Because they know they have but a short time. Job 14:5 reads, seeing his days are determined, the numbers of his months are with thee, with the Most High, that has appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. So, okay, their days is numbered, man. So what they're gonna do? They're gonna come in like a flood, man. This is Job 21 and 21. It reads, for what pleasure have he in his house after him, when the number of his months is cut off in the midst? Okay, his days are numbered, man. So they're going to come in like a flood. They got to. Okay, all they have is demonizing the Hebrew Israelites and coming in like a flood, man. Bringing down martial law, race riots, concentration camps, right? Pushing the famine, bringing out their pessimists. What they're going to do, man, they bio warfare. They're going to do it, man. Now, like Star Wars Apostle Elders of Great Millstone, they have been telling you for years and years on top of years, man. The Apostle Elders of Great Millstone been telling you for years and years and years, man. These people, okay, they have these projects and operations set up, man. Okay, for who? Just for you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans. They had these different projects set up. So you got the King Alpha plan. Go look that up, man. The King Alpha plan is to destroy you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans. Okay? You got the King Alpha plan, and Shalom. Yahweh Shema Shah, Barakatham, Shalom. You got the King Alpha plan, which is to take out you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans. Then you got the Blue Beam Project, right? Project Blue Beam to take out you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans to deceive you. Okay? You got Project Megiddo, okay, to destroy you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans. You got Operation Cable Splice. You got Rex 84. You got Operation Garden Plot. Okay. You got that King Alpha plan, man. These different plans, they are going to try to destroy you, man. Okay. They're going to bring in martial law. They're going to make it a police state, and they're going to come in like a flood, man. Why? Because they cannot stop the word. So the only thing they can do is shut down everything, man. Shut down the internet. Shut down everything, man. They got to do it. When you watch this movie, What Happened to Monday, and they show you in the movie what they got going on in the movie What Happened to Monday. This is Obadiah chapter 1, verse 6, and it reads, how are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? Now they pissed off, man, because now they have been revealed, man. Okay? They have been revealed. Everything about them is out, man. You got, like I just said, you got the King Alpha plan, you got Operation Garden Plot, you got Rex 84, you got Project Bluebeam, you got Operation Cable Splice, and you got Project Megiddo, man. These things is out, man. Okay? And then I also got this this other article. It's called Rainy Day Food Storage. Okay? And they got these different laws. It's called Executive Order 12656. Right? You got Executive Order 10995, Executive Order 10997. Right? You got all these different executive orders, man. You got Executive Order 1099. It's a seizure of all transportation and control of all highways, interstates, and seaports. Any vehicle, public or private, can be taken. Executive Order 11,000. Seizure of all civilians for work under federal supervision. Okay? You got all these different orders, man. And they're going to do these things, man. And the Star Apostles, they've been telling you, man, Star Apostles, a great millstone, they've been telling you, man, these devils are going to come in like a flood, man. And they finna push all manner of wickedness. Why? Because they are hurt. The scriptures is true. And you can't turn back the hands of time, man. The truth is out, man. And you can't put it, you can't shove this back in some crack, man. Back in some box. The truth is out, man. Everybody know. The truth is out. So back in Obadiah 1 and 6, how are the things that Esau searched out? How? How are his hidden things sought up, man? How do you know what's going on with Esau, with the Edomites, man? How do we know? Because the scriptures clearly tell you, man, the prophecies. It's the prophecies. What do the prophecies say? That they will be ruling in the last days. They will be in rulership, man. Right? Second Ezra 6, Esau at the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of their followers. What Psalm 79 and 1 say? That they will be in our land. Okay? The heathen will come into thy inheritance. Okay? They have laid Jerusalem on heaps. Isaiah 1 and 7. Okay? Luke 21 and 24, man. Just showing you that who's in rulership. Okay? Showing you who has control of the earth. Job 9 and 24. The earth was given into the hand of the wicked. Malachi tell you who the wicked is. Malachi 1 and 4, man. The wicked are the Edomites. Okay? They was going to be in rulership. So, again, Obadiah 1 and 6. How are the things that Esau searched out? Through the scriptures, man. Through the Most High Yahweh Shema Shah, man. For putting it in the scriptures to reveal these things, man. And how do we get understanding? Starting our apostles and elders and their elders, man. Through the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah, man. It was time for it. Okay, say, how are the things that Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought out? First and foremost, through the Most High Yahweh and the Son Yahweh Shah. Okay, and through the men that he set up to bring these out, man, to reveal Esau Edom. Shalom, Elder. Shalom. How about Shema Shah, Barakatham? Shalom. So the things that Esau that searched out, his hidden things are sought up, starting with apostle elders, and they starting with Yahweh Shema Shah, and they set up the elders, right, to teach us these scriptures, because in the scriptures, it tell you about prophecy that Esau is going to be ruling in the end time, man. So that's how these things are sought out. This is 2 Thessalonians 2 and 8. And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. So now everything about them is being revealed through the spirit of the Lord. So now they're going to come in like a flood, man. They have no choice. Why? Because they have been in perpetual hatred, man. The Lord said it's been an enmity since the garden, man, which I read Genesis 3 and 15. He put an enmity between Satan's seed and the woman's seed. So there has been a hatred, a perpetual hatred, an enmity since the beginning, man. And then it passed down, right? Like I said, the Lord washed the earth off. Then you had Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Satan did not get washed away. What happened to Satan? He was still here, man. Okay, so the Lord said He was going to put enmity between Satan's seed and the woman's seed. So when Shem, Ham, and Japheth repopulated the earth, Esau and Jacob came about. So the Lord had Satan to run his seed all over again through Esau. That's what the Lord told Rebekah: 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. So that's when the hate, that's when that enmity started all over again, man, with Esau and Jacob. That's why I read Genesis 27:41. Esau said, what? The days of my father of mourning are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. So they're going to come in like a flood because they lost the birthright and they lost the blessing. And like I said, he lied to his father. He never told his father he sold Jacob the birthright. But what did he say? Is not his name rightfully? Is not he rightly named Jacob? For he has supplanted me these 2 times. Jacob didn't supplant Esau for the birthright. You sold it for some raw meat and lentils. But the blessing, yeah, Jacob supplanted the fourth. Now, it was all prophecy from the Lord, but he didn't tell Isaac, oh, I sold my birthright to my brother. So he lied, man. But what the scriptures say in Job 13:4, they are all forges of lies, man. But the point is, this devil is ready to come in like a flood. Why? Because of the perpetual hatred. Now, like I'm going to keep saying, when the Lord told Satan, I'm going to put enmity between thy seed and her seed. Satan didn't get washed away when the Lord flooded the earth. Okay, all the wicked did. And when they came back, all the nation came back through Shem, Ham, and Japheth. The Lord put the spirit in Esau to be what? The physical seed of Satan. The enmity between Esau and the Lord told her it's going to be 2 nations in your womb. 2 manners of people shall be separated from thy bowels. So that was the enmity from Genesis 3 and 15, man. So they're going to come in like a flood. Why? Because they are hurt and they can do nothing. They have 2 options, man. They can shut down the internet and come on in like a flood and bring their troops, right? Bring all this or you got, like I was just saying, you got the King Alpha plan, which is to destroy you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans. You got Operation Cable Splice. You got Project Megiddo, right? You got what's this other one? Project Bluebeam. You got Rex 84. These things, that's all they can do, man, because the word is going to continue to go out. Hey, if they even need to shut down the internet, we're gonna go to the highways and byways diligently, man, continually. So that hatred they have, man, they're gonna come in like a flood. That's why I read 1 Peter 5 and 8, man, like a roaring lion. Okay, walk around seeking whom he may devour. Why? Because they know they had a short time, right? Job 14 and 5, Job 21 and 21, Revelation 12 and 12, man. They are losing, man. They are losing. And now they pushing all these false flag attacks, but it ain't working, man. It's not going to work. This is Amos. Hey, that's why we keep saying, man, our job is to help seal the elect, man. And that's why we keep telling you. Read Ephesians 5, Ephesians chapter 6, putting on the whole among the Lord, man. Because these devils finna get ready to roll, man. This is Amos 1:11. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he is say, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, 1, and did cast out all pity, 2, And his anger did tear perpetually. 3, and he kept his wrath forever. 4, man. Okay? Ezekiel tell you plain, man. Now I'm just gonna read the point. Ezekiel 35 and 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, which was his blessing, the sword, man. In the time of that calamity, in the time of that iniquity had an end, man. But you did what? You kept running it through, man. Why? Because you had a perpetual hatred ever since the blessing and the birthright, man. Now, Isaiah, sure how these scriptures link, man, and it's beautiful. That's why we keep telling you over and over, put on the whole armor, man, because they're going to come in, man. You ain't seen nothing yet. The scriptures say in Daniel, there's going to be a time on earth that has never been before, man. And we can't even imagine what it is, man. But reading these scriptures, you have a picture. This is Isaiah 59:19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord Yahweh from the west, and that's the elect and 2/3 and the heathens. They're going to fear Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. And his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, is my point. The spirit of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua shall lift up a standard against him. Now I say when the enemy shall come in like a flood. That's another count on that, man. This is Revelation 12 and 15. It reads, and the serpent cast out his mouth waters as a flood after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away of the flood. Who is this woman? The same woman in Genesis 3 and 15, man. Okay, and it said what? And the serpent. Who is this serpent? The same serpent in the garden, man. The same serpent and woman that was in the garden. That's who they're talking about right here in Revelation 12, man. Because the woman is Israel, man. Okay? And the serpent is who? The Roman Empire, man. The same one that was in the garden, man. And why is he doing this? Right here. Revelation 12 and 7. And there was war in heaven, which is talking about end time prophecy right here. And his angels, it's saying Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought his angels and prevailed not, neither was there a place found anymore in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceived the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. This one your house shall come back and destroy them, man. You got to understand these scriptures is hey, it'll throw you off if you don't understand, man. Okay, that's why first and foremost, you must be taught by a spiritual man. That's why we have our apostles and elders. Secondly, you got to be precept on precept. So it say he was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. So that's the end time. Now, when you jump down to verse 13, it said, when the dragon saw that he was cast into the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man child. Right? Now hold. Let's get Matthew chapter 1, Matthew chapter 2, verse 16. It reads, then Herod, when he saw that he was mocked of these wise men, was exceedingly wroth, and sent forth and slew all the children that were in Bethlehem and in all the coast thereof, for 2 years old and under, according to the time which he had diligently inquired of the wise men. Why? Because he was trying to slay Yahushua, man. Okay? He was trying to kill Yahushua. So going back to this, Revelation 12, it say, and the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place where she was nourished for a time and times and a half of time from the face of the serpent. Now, you can link that to, hey, the angel told Joseph to take Mary into Egypt, right? But it's also talking about Israel, man. Okay? During the time of the Roman Empire, when they came and took it down, Jake got away. A lot of Jake got away, because it say right here, and the earth helped the woman. And verse 17 saying the dragon was wroth, right? Didn't it just say the same thing in Matthew 2 and 16, that Herod was wroth, man, with the wise men. And he did what? Went to go kill the children 2 years and younger. And the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, right? Which kept the commandment of God and had a testimony of Yahweh Shah. So this is the same dragon. This is the same woman in the garden, man. Same thing, man. These devils is pissed off because they losing. Their kingdom is falling. Why? This is Hosea. 12 and 9. No, hold on. Hosea 12 and 3. And it reads, yeah, they hurt, man. It say he took, Hosea 12 and 3, he took his brother by the heel in the womb, and by his strength he had power with God. That's Yashala. He Prince Power, man. Okay, Hosea 12 and 3, he took his brother by the heel in the womb, and by his strength he had power with God, man. So these devils is hurt. All they can do is shut down YouTube or bring their troops in, man. Them the only two options they got, man. Okay, and they can't move. Why? Because the Lord got the angels holding back the four winds, man. Because the elect gotta finish getting sealed, man. So they can't do nothing right now. But what? Keep demonizing us on TV, man, the news, man. Because they can't do nothing. These devils is hurt, man. They hurt. And what it said that Esau did, what? I read it again. In Genesis 27, in and 34. And when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried with a great and exceedingly bitter cry, man, and said unto his father, bless me, even me also, my father. Hey, so they are hurt, man, and they crying, man. They are crying, man, and they can do nothing. The truth is out. These devils, you can't. Hey, these scriptures is beautiful, man. There's nothing they can do, man. Everybody know that our Lord and Savior is a so-called black man from the tribe of Judah. Everybody know, the planet know, man, that the Hebrew Israelites are the peoples of the Bible, man. Okay, what the Ishmaelites call us? All Al Katil, the peoples of the book, man. Okay, that's what the Ishmaelite call us, man. All Al Katil, man. The peoples of the book, man. These devils is hurt, man. They can't do nothing. Hey, even in the Quran, what it say, the children of Israel are the chosen ones, man. These devils is hurt, man. Hey, that's why all we got to do is help city elect, man. Stay diligent. Put on this whole armor, man, because there's nothing they can do but demonize the brothers, man. That's it. Oh, what this guy Socrates said, man. I did a video. I titled the lesson. Hey, when a debate is lost, slander become the tool of the loser, man. Okay? All they can do is slander us, man. What the scriptures said plainly, man. Matter of fact, let's get that. Psalms chapter 50, verse 20. It reads, thou sittest and speakest against thy brother, thy slanderest thy own mother's son, man. Why? For what? Because they got a bitter cry right now, man. They crying because they thought they spent all this money to keep the truth here, man. But no, man. Hey, our apostles and elders, which are the elders and apostles over all of Israel today, man. Whether you can believe it or not, whether you accept it or not, man, our apostles, man, they have diligently been telling you for years and years, man. Years and years. Okay? Years and years, man. These devils is hurt, man. All they can do is slander. That's it. Slander become the tool of the loser, man. They've been losing ever since late 60s, starting the 70s. They've been losing, man. And guess what? On top of them losing, hey, let me tell you something, man. If you get in a fight at school and you lose the fight, guess what happened, man? That fight gonna be talked about for years to come, man. You can be grown and run across an old classmate, they still gonna ask you about that fight, man. What happened? So these devils is so hurt, man. It's past if they lose it, but then you still got people still bringing it up over and over and over. Hey, just like them Japanese, man. They celebrate every year when you drop them bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, man. They ain't forgot about that. Same thing with us, man. Same thing. Colonel, yeah, man. Same thing, man. Them Japanese ain't forgot about you dropping the bombs on them, right? So you ain't forgot about when you took over our land, right? When you fell, when you start to fall through the Vietnam War, these things are still talked about, man, over and over and over. So it's one thing to lose the battle, but to hear about it constantly, continually, and you see these guys in the highways and byways constantly reminding you that your downfall. Oh, these devils were putting on. They started out with $75 billion a night back into the banks, right? And they were doing it secretly, man. Starting back in September, they were building the banks out August. Then it went from 75 billion. They said by November the 5th, November the 10th, the banks was gonna be good. They ain't good, man. Okay, it went from $75 billion a night to $150 billion a night to bail out all the banks secretly. The economy is collapsing, man. The jobs is gone. This place is done. Oh, I'm at work. So before I got to work at 5 o'clock, one of my managers, Russian. So he said, I've been talking to him about the EU and NATO because he Russian. He said, hey, you see what's going on with Russia and China and Iran? And I said, what's going on? He was like, I said, the pipe about the gas. He was like, yeah, that too, but no. He said, man, they doing drills. Russia, China, and Iran doing drills, and North America pissed off about it. I said, yeah, what I told you. They finna separate from North America, man. Okay? Now these other Edomites in my job, they don't know nothing, man. But this Russian Edomite, he keep up because me and him be talking back and forth. I told him, man, they finna separate. So the nations is separating from you. They got their own pipeline for gas. They dumping the dollar. And you hearing about this continually from the men on the street corner, man, pushing the truth, man, all around the world, man. I'm talking about you got camps in every state pushing the truth, man. You got camps all around the world and all the islands of the sea, man, pushing the truth. And you devils is pissed off, man. And you can't do nothing. This ain't 1950 when you can just ride around and lynch Jake. You can't do that now. So what you trying to do? Psalm 94 and 20. You're trying to frame mischief by law, man. You're trying to pass laws so you can move in. But guess what? You can't do nothing until Yahweh Shai get an order, man. Okay, until the Most High get an order. You can't do nothing because the elect got to get sealed. Once the elect get sealed, then the Lord gonna have you devils to come in to your own demise, man. Oh, well, what it say in Psalm 37? You should be stabbed in your own heart by your own sword, man. Okay, this is Revelation 7 and 1. Say, after these things, I saw four angels standing on the four corners of the earth, holding back the four winds of the earth, which is in Jeremiah 51 and 1, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having a seal of the living power. And he cried with a loud voice to the four angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. Now, when you go to Ezekiel, same thing, Ezekiel 9 and 4, and the Lord Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, which is you so-called Negro Latino Native Americans. It tell you in Second Maccabees that he made the place for the people's sake, not the people for the place sake. It say and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry for all the abomination that be done in the midst thereof. Right? That's that seal. Let's go back to Revelation 14. Revelation 14 and 3. And they sung as it were a new song before the throne and before the four beasts and the elders, and no man could learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. These are they which were not defiled with women, philosophies, for they are virgins. These are they which follow Lamb whithersoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto power and to the Lamb. And in their mouth was found no guile, but they are without fault before the throne of power. Now, when you go to Isaiah 52 and 1, it said, "Awake, awake, put on thy strength, O Zion." Hey, which come back to your power, man. Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shah. O Jerusalem, the holy city, but henceforth there shall no more come into thee the uncircumcised and the unclean. None of you 17 heathen nations can deal with this, man. You outside the temple. Hey, when you read Nehemiah 4, okay, when you read Nehemiah 4 and Ezra chapter 4, man. When you go to Nehemiah 4 and read the whole chapter, man, when he tell you that we stood up rebuilding the temple, man. And the only time that we switched out was the time to wash our garments, man. Because we were rebuilding the temple and the breaches were being closed, man. So verse 2, Isaiah 52 and 2 say, "Shake thyself from the dust," which is what? The confusion of this world, man. These philosophies, not defiled with women. Shake thyself from the dust, arise and sit down, O Jerusalem. Right? Now you can rest now. Loose thyself from the bands of thy neck, which is what? The confusion of this place. These philosophies, man. O captive daughter of Zion. So hey, them women, I mean, these were not defiled with women, man, meaning philosophies. Why? Because the truth, man. The Lord revealed it. This is Luke 8 and 17. For nothing is secret that should not be made manifest, neither anything hid that should not be known and come abroad. So now these devils is hurt because I did the lesson the other day. Everything that if you don't understand, there's always been human trafficking, them snatching up little kids, organ harvesting. It's always been them pedophile rings, man. What's the name of the pedophile ring? It's called Nambala, a Mambala, man and boy lover. That's been going on for centuries, man. Okay, but now the Lord done put the spiritual eye on his men. Now everything can be seen clearly, man. And the other people can't see it, but because it's being manifest, starting the apostle elders, great millstone, and all the other elders and all the other young brothers, all the other disciples in the camp, everything is being revealed now, and everybody can see it, man. Whether they don't want to see it, but they can see it because now all these things, human trafficking, child pornography, pedophile rings, organ harvesting. These things was hid, man, in plain sight. But now the Lord done gave that spiritual eye to his men, and everything is open now, man. And these devils is pissed off, man. Going back to this, Obadiah 1 and 6. How are the things that Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? First and foremost, through Yahweh Shah. Then the men that he set up, Amos 3 and 7. Surely the Lord Yahweh Bashin Yahweh Shah power will do nothing, but he revealed his secrets unto his servant the prophets. So those secret things that was hid have been made manifest. And now the prophets is doing what? Springing it upon the earth, man. And these devils, they can't hide no more. See, they had a covering for a long time, man. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 8 again. And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, which is who? His prophets. He revealed his secrets to his servant the prophets, and now they can't hide, man. And them not being able to hide, what can they do, man? Hey, it's like a it's like an ant that come out of his little his ant pile, and you destroy the ant pile. Where you gonna go at, man? Okay, hey, you can follow that ant. He gonna go a long ways, but you can follow that ant continually, man. They can't hide no more, man. They can't hide. Okay, the ant pile has been knocked down, and everything is being seen, man. And you can follow them everywhere. Through what? The World Wide Web, man. Everything was revealed now. Okay, it can't stay secret because Yahweh Shema Shai has revealed it, man. Through who? The spirit and power he put on his men, man. The truth is out, and these devils got two options: shut down the internet or come in like a flood. That's all they can do. Which they're gonna do both of them, man. Cause that's all they got. And slander become the tool of the loser, man. Okay, the debate is lost. It's been a long debate. Start with the apostles. It's been a long debate. The debate has been it's over one, man. It's overkill, man. It's an overkill. Now all they can do is slander, man. These devils is hurt, man. This is these devils is hurt, man. This is Ephesians. So since they so hurt, Hey, you gotta do this, man. Cause they hurt and they finna come in strong, man. They finna come in strong. Ephesians 6 in verse 10, it said, "For my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of power, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil," man. Okay? Hey, as a matter of fact, let me go to Blue Letter real quick and let's go to wiles. Cause these devils is hurt, man. They don't got nothing. They don't got nothing left, man. All they got left is what? The sword, man. That's all they got, man. Okay, let's Ephesians 6 and 10. So let's look up the word wiles, which is second verse, Salakia 11. It say wiles is G3180, and it say cunning arts, deceit, craft, trickery, man, lie in wait. Okay, hey, this all they got left, man. To lie in wait, man. Trickery. Okay, cunning arts, deceit, craft, trickery. That's all they got, man. That's all they got. So I say, put on the whole armor of the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil, the trickeries. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of this world, right? The rulers of this world. What does Second Corinthians 4 and 3 say? If our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, because the God of this world have blinded them. Who are the gods of this world, man? The elites. Through what? Their philosophy, man. Colossians 2 and 8. Okay? Be not deceived through philosophies, man, and vain deceits. What? These philosophies. These are Baptist, Methodist, Pentecostal, Protestant, Catholic, Jehovah wickedness, all these different philosophies, man. Got Jake bugged out, man. Egyptology, the Egyptology. That's these same niggas that was in the wilderness talking about why the Lord brought us out here when we was in Egypt. That's the pots of bread and meat. These them same niggas that's in Egyptology today that want to go back to Egypt, man. It say verse 13, Ephesians 6:13, wherefore take upon you unto you the whole armor of power, that ye may be able to withstand the evil day, and having done all to stand. Hey, the triggers of the devil, man. Hey, matter of fact, what it say on the fiery darts? Let me read that. Matter of fact, let's go back. It say, put on the whole armor of power, that ye may be able to withstand the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore, take upon you the whole armor of power, that ye may be able to withstand the evil day, and having done all to stand. Standing therefore, having your loins girded about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith you may be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. Let's look up this word fiery darts. Okay, you got fiery G4448, and it say to burn with fire, to set on fire, kindle, to be on fire, to burn, to be increased. It say indigent, make to grow. It say full of fire, fiery, ignited of darts, filled with inflammable substance, and set on fire, melted by fire, and purged of dross, burn, fiery, be on fire, try. So it say to be inflamed, anger, grief, lust, burn, fire. Hey, these devils is pissed off, man. These devils is pissed off, man. Let's look at the word darts. It's G956. A missile, dart, javelin, arrow. Ooh, hey, And what the Lord said, oh, that's cold, man. That is cold, man. This is Psalm 37. And these devils is hurt, man. And all they got is slander, man. You know how beautiful this is, man. All they got is slander because they can't come against the words of the Lord, man. This is Psalm 37 in um Psalm 37 in verse 14. And it reads, the wicked have drawn out the sword, them fiery darts, and have bent their bow. Also, they fiery darts too. They sword also, they tongue, they with their tongue like a sword, right? That's Psalm 94 and 20, right? They frame a mystery by law, because all they can do is try to pass laws to do what? To get us off the street, right? To take down all this anti-Semitism, to take down the videos. Hey man, listen, hey, we all humble servants of Yahweh Shema Shah. We don't got no weapons, man. Our weapons are the Bible, man. These scriptures, because you can't do nothing, man. We don't got weapons, man. We don't got no body armor, man. Our body armor is the truth, man. We putting on the whole armor of Yahweh Shema Shah spiritually, man. That's why the Lord said, what? Flee out of Mr. Babylon. That means mentally and spiritually, man. It say Psalm 37 and 14, the wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent his bow to cast down the poor and needy and to slay such as be of upright conversation. Why are you trying to kill us? No, we got an upright conversation, man. That's it. All we got is conversation of righteousness, man. Truth, man. And you devils want to kill that, man. Verse 15 say, their sword shall enter into their own heart, and their bows shall be broken. A little that a righteous man have is better than the riches of many wicked. For the arms of the wicked shall be broken, but the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua upholdeth the righteous. The Lord knoweth the days of the upright, and their inheritance shall be forever. They shall not be ashamed in the evil time, and in the days of famine they shall be satisfied. But the wicked shall perish, and the enemies of the Lord Yahweh shall be as the fat of lambs. And you can read that in Isaiah 34 and 5. They shall consume into smoke, shall they consume away. By what, man? The chariots, the brightness of Yahweh shall coming, and the intercontinental ballistic missiles. Their own sword shall pierce them through the heart, man. Okay? So they hurt, man, because all they got is slander, man. And we don't care about no slander, man. Hey, the elders been building us up for years. The apostles been building us up for years and years. We got the apostles, we got the elders under the apostles that been building us up for years and years and years, man. And there's nothing you can do, man. All we gotta do now is endure hardship, man. Endure to the end. This is James 1 and 2. It reads, my brethren, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptation. What did Yahweh Shai say in Luke 22 and 28? Ye that follow me in my temptation, man. Hey, the Lord, man, when you read Hebrews 2, man, the Lord say it behooved him to be made like his brethren. Why, man? So we can see what Yahweh Shai did and we can walk the same way, man, with no problems. Okay? The Lord saying, and when you read, was that 1 Corinthians 10 and 13, man. Let me read this. My brother, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations, knowing this, that the trying of your faith work of patience. But let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entirely want nothing. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of power that giveth to all men liberally and upbraided not, and it shall be given him. This is on 1 Corinthians 10 and 13. It reads, there have no temptation taken you but such as is coming to man. But power is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. Listen, man, Listen to this. This is Job 25 and verse 6. It reads, how much less man that is a worm and the son of man, which is a worm. Listen, man, the Lord put us on the bottom, man. He put us on the bottom, man. Why? What does scripture say in Luke? He that is exalted shall be abased, and he that is abased shall be exalted, man. This is I lost my train of thought where I was finna go at. Oh, Hebrews 2, right? Hebrews 2 and 14, man. Hey, Romans 15 and 4 said the scriptures were written aforetime ago for our learning, man. That we through comfort and patience in the scriptures might have hope. You got all these stories in these scriptures, man. Okay? And I also want to get, man, let me read this. Hebrews 2 and read 16. For verily he took not on him the nature of angels, but he took on him the seed of Abraham. Okay? Wherefore in all things it behooved him to be made like unto his brethren, that he may be a merciful and faithful high priest in things pertaining to power, to make reconciliation for the sins of the people, man. It to bring us back to the Lord, man. For in that he himself has suffered being tempted, he is able to succeed them that are tempted, man. Hey, so we can walk, we can look at our big brother Yahushua, our Lord and Savior, and be like, hey, we got to follow this. We got to pick up our cross and move the same way, man. Humbly. Now I want to read this. I'm going to read the point because I'm already an hour in. Hey, this is about Haman, man. This devil Haman, right? What he tried to do, we know the story. So when you go to the Esther 13, the rest of Esther. As a matter of fact, let me read it right here. So this is the rest of Esther, right? In the Apocrypha. It say this is Esther 16 and 10. It said, for Haman, a Macedonian, the son of a Mathatha, being indeed a stranger from the Persian blood and far distant from our goodness, and as a stranger received of us. So the point is, for Haman, a Macedonian, right? The son of a Mathatha. Now, when you get it in let me get the one in Esther chapter 10, right? Let me see. This is Esther chapter 9 in verse 24. I'm gonna read this. It say Esther 8 and 17. And in every province and in every city, whatsoever the king commandments and his decree came, the Jews had joy and gladness, a feast and a good day, and many of the people of the land became Jews, for the fear of the Jews fell upon them. Now Haman, this verse 24 say, because Haman, the son of Hamathatha, the Agagite, which is an Edomite, the enemy of all the Jews, had devised against the Jews to destroy them, and had cast Pur, that is a Pur, that is the lot, to consume them and also to destroy them. But when Esther came before the king, he commanded by letters that this wicked device, which he devised against the Jews, should return upon his own head, and he and his sons should be hanged on the gallows. Now that's what happened to this Edomite because they were trying to come up with this wickedness, right? Now this is this what it's saying Esther, the rest of Esther 16, the same thing is said right there. It say Esther 16 and verse 18, it says, for he that was the worker of these things is hanged at the gates of Susa with all his family, which I just read to you in Esther, man. Him and his sons was hanged on gallows, man. Why? It's a for he that was the worker of these things is hanged at the gates of Susa with all his family. It's a power root of all things, speedily rendered vengeance to him according to his deserts, which I just read to you right there. Now, This is another account in Judith. This is Judith chapter 7. And these Edomites and these heathen nations, man. Hey, and you know some these heathen nations, hey, they gonna fall in line, man. The Edomites see us too, but the heathen nations fall in line quicker than these devils will. This is this is Judith, but they all, man. That Psalm 83 is deadly, man. This is Judith chapter 7. And I'm gonna read the top so you can understand what's going on. Judith 7 and 1. The next day, they say Holofernes commanded all his army and all his people which were come to take his part, that they should remove their camp against Bethuel, to take aforehand the ascents of the height of the hill country, and to make war against the children of Israel. Then their strong men removed their camps in that day, and the army of the men of war was 170,000 footmen, and it's a 12,000 horsemen, besides the baggage and other men that were afoot among them, a very great multitude. And they camped in the valley near unto Bethuel by the fountain, and they spread themselves in breadth over, it's a Dotham, even to Baalmem, in the length from Bethuel unto Cinnamon, which is over against Esdraelon. Esdraelon, yeah. It say now the children of Israel, when they saw the multitude of them, were greatly troubled, and said everyone to his neighbor, now will these men lick up the face of the earth, for neither the high mountain nor the valley nor the hill are able to bear their weight. Then every man took up his weapon of war and went, and when they kindled fires upon their towers, they remained and watched all that night. Now this is verse 8. Listen to this. Then came unto him all the chief of the children of Esau, and all the governors of the people of Moab, and the captains of the sea coast, and said, let our Lord not hear a word. So now you got Esau and Moab going to tell this guy what he should do to come up against the Israelites. They say, for this people of the children of Israel do not trust in their spears, but in the height of the mountains wherein they dwell, because it is not easy to come up to the top of their mountains. Now therefore, my Lord, fight not against them in battle array, and there shall not so much as one of thy people perish. Remain in thy camp, and keep all the men of thy army, and let thy servants get into their hands the fountain of water which issue forth of the foot of the mountain. For all the inhabitants of Bethuel have their water thence. So shall thirst kill them, and they shall give up their city, and we and our people shall go up to the top of the mountains that are near, and will camp upon them to watch that none go out of the city. So they and their wives and their children shall be consumed with fire, and before the sword come against them, they shall be overthrown in the streets where they dwell. Thus shalt thou render them an evil reward, because they rebelled and met not thy person peaceably. See these devils, man. And they telling this guy here, this king, and these words pleased, it said Holofernes, and all his servants, and he appointed to do as they had spoken. Okay, as Esau, the Edomites and the Moabites had spoken. So the camp of the children of Ammon departed, and with them 5,000 of the Assyrians, and they pitched in the valley and took the waters and the fountains of the waters of the children of Israel. So they shut off the water, man. These damn devils, man. Then the children of Esau went up with the children of Ammon and camped in the hill country over against Dotham, and they sent some of them toward the south and toward the east over against Ekrabel, which is near unto Shushai, that is upon the brook Machmer, and the rest of the army of the Syrians camped in the plain and covered the face of the whole land, and their tents and carriages were pitched to a very great multitude. Then the children of Israel cried unto the Lord their power, because their heart failed, for all the enemies had compassed them round about, and there was no way to escape out from among them. Thus all the company of Ashur, which is the Syrians, remained about them, both their footmen, chariots, and horsemen, 34 days, so that all their vessels of water failed, all the inhabitants of Bethulah, and the cisterns were emptied, and they had no water to drink. Their field for one day, for they gave them drink by measure. Therefore their young men were out of heart, and their women and their young men fainted for thirst, and fell down in the streets of the city, and by the passage of the gates, and there were no longer any strength in them. It said, then all the people assembled to Ozaz, and to the chief of the city, both young men and women and children, and cried with a loud voice and said before all the elders, it said, God be judged between us and you, for ye have done us great injury, in that ye have not required peace of the children of Ashur. For now we have no helper, but power have sold us into their hands, that we should be thrown down before them with thirst and great destruction. Now therefore call them unto you, and deliver the whole city for a spoil to the people of Holofernes, and to all his army. So these devils, man, that's why what they finna do is they finna do the same thing, man. They gonna shut the food off, right? And they already what they contaminate the water up there in Detroit, contaminate the water. And then they this guy that created a machine to make clean water. What they do? Somebody sabotaged the man little gadget that he created to make clean water, man. These devils gonna do the same thing they did then, man. Okay, because Esau is pissed off, and then listen, they're gonna shut off the food, the water, everything else, man. Because all they can do is slander and find a way to starve you out, man. Yeah, but this all through the Lord, man. Family gotta happen. Pestilence gotta play out. And these devils finna release bio warfare, man. Okay? They got all these chemicals. They don't got the CDC for nothing, man. These devils is hurt, man. All they got left is slander and the sword, man. That's it. Slander and the sword. That's all they got. Right, Khan. Elder Yashwama said if they tried to cut off Yahushua, they will try to cut us off. Khan. Yes, they will. But it doesn't matter, man. Hey, the Lord say, matter of fact, and this that like Paul said in Colossians 3 and 12, you gotta put on as you are the elect, man. And that keeps your spirit, that keeps you tunnel vision, and that keeps your spirit lifted up high. Now, this is Psalms 118. Matter of fact, let me read this one first. Psalm 116 and verse 15. Precious in the sight of the Lord Yahweh is the death of his saints, if need so. Right? So this is Psalm 118 and 7, Psalm 118 and 8. It is better to trust in the Lord Yahweh than to put confidence in man. It is better to trust in the Lord Yahweh than to put confidence in princes. So, hey man, it's all part of the persecution, man. So it doesn't matter. This is Psalm 118 and 7, Psalm 118 and 17. I shall, and this is the belief we supposed to have, man. I shall not die, but live and declare the works of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. The Lord have chastened me sore, but he have not given me over unto death. Open to me the gates of righteousness. I will go into them. I will go into them, and I will praise the Lord Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. This gate of the Lord Yahweh, into which the righteous shall enter. Hey, Psalm 18 and 17 says, I shall not die, but live and declare the works of the Lord Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua, man. There's Adon Tazawamian, Adon Tazayawan, Shalakia. Understanding that it's no other way out but Yahweh. Right. We'll keep you rooted. Con. And saying that, man, this is Colossians 2 and 6. It reads, as ye have therefore received Hamashiach Yahushua the Lord, so walk ye in him, rooted and built up in him, and established in the faith as ye have been taught, abounding therein with thanksgiving, man. Hey, so what it says, as the scripture say, man, be not moved, man. Be not you will not be movable, okay? Unmovable. This is the Yaquab Judah Israel. I'm saying your name right. 2 Corinthians 13 and 8. But we can do nothing against the truth but for it. Right. Right. The same brother. Revelation 20 and 2. And it say, and he laid hold on the dragon, the old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. Right. Right. And them devils loose now, deceiving the earth. But now their end is up, man. Their time is up and they know it. This is Gabar Abatu, if I'm saying it right. Gabar Abatu, Psalm 144 and 1. Blessed be the Lord Yahweh, my strength, which teaches my hands to war and my fingers to fight. Khan. And that's spiritually, man. That's spiritually. Now King David was a warrior, but this is a spiritual fight we dealing with now, man. This is Lamentation 1 and 16. Because the enemy prevailed. Oh, let me go up. It say Lamentation 1 and 16. For these things I weep, my eye runneth down with water, because the comforter that should relieve my soul is far from me. My children are desolate, right? Yeah, because the Lord say he hid his face, man. What is that? Hosea 5 and 15. The Lord said he would go and hide his face until we seek him, man. But what it say in Baruch, in the land of captivity, you shall remember yourselves. You shall remember yourselves and think upon his name. And that precept also is in Deuteronomy 4. Deuteronomy 4 and 27. It says, and the Lord Yahweh shall scatter you among the nations, and you shall be left few in number. And it said the same thing in Baruch. And you shall be left few in number among the heathen, where the Lord Yahweh shall lead you. And there you shall serve gods, the work of men's hands, wood and stone, with neither see nor hear nor eat nor smell. But if from thence thou shalt seek the Lord Yahweh thy power, thou shalt find him if thou seek him with all thine heart and with all thy soul. The Lord said the same thing in Baruch chapter 2 and 29. It reads, it says, if you would not hear my voice. Matter of fact, let me read 28, because I just read Deuteronomy 4 and 27. This is what the Lord saying right here. Baruch 2 and 28. As thou spakest by thy servant Moses in the day when thou didst command him to write the law before the children of Israel, saying, if you would not hear my voice, surely this very great multitude shall be turned into a small number among the nations. I just read this in Deuteronomy 4, 27, 28. See the exact same thing it's saying right here. That this great multitude shall be turned into a small number among the nations, while I will scatter them. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But, like it just said in Deuteronomy 4, but in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves, and shall know that I am the Lord, Yahweh their power, for I will give them a heart and ears to hear. And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity, and think upon my name, and return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds, for they shall remember the way of their fathers, which sinned before the Lord, Yahweh Bashinah. Now this is Micah and I was watching Elder Yashawamba. Hey, there was a fire precept too. This is Michael 4 in verse 10. It reads, it say, be in pain and labor to bring forth, O daughter of Zion, like a woman in travail. For now shalt thou go forth out of the city, out of Jerusalem, and thou shalt dwell in the field, and thou shalt go even to Babylon. It say, there shall thou be delivered. There the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua shall redeem thee from the hand of thy enemies. Now also many nations are gathered against thee. They say, let her be defiled, and let our eye look upon Zion. Hey, these devils love to see us on the bottom, man. But it's okay. It's okay, man. I gotta read this again. Michael 4 and 10. It's a be in pain. Hey, 70 AD, man. Even in the 500 BC, 500 AD when BC, when the Babylonians took it down, man, it said, be in pain and labor to bring forth, O daughter of Zion, like a woman in travail. We've been catching hell over 500 years, man. For now shalt thou go forth out of the city, Jerusalem, and thou shalt dwell in the field, and thou shalt go even to Babylon. There shalt thou be delivered. There the Lord shall redeem thee from the hand of thy enemies. Now also many nations are gathered against thee. What it say in Jeremiah 12 and 9? My heritage is unto me like a speck of birds. All the birds round about are against them, right? Same thing right here, man. Now also many nations are gathered against thee. They say, let her be defiled, and let our eye look upon Zion. Hey, this is about to be over, man. This is about to be over. This is First Peter 5 and 13. The church that is at Babylon, elected together with you, saluteth you, and so doeth Marcus my son. The church that is at Babylon. Hey, start right here in Babylon the Great. The elected so-called Negro to children in America, the hopefully elect. Hey, it started right here, man. Then all the islands of the sea, man. The church that is at Babylon, elected together with you. Cold, man. Right here, man. Babylon the Great. We had to suffer, man. This is Second Ezra, chapter 2, and verse 35. And it reads, it say, be ready to the reward of the kingdom, for the everlasting light shall shine upon you forevermore. Flee. Now I wanted to bring this out yesterday when I did my lesson, Arise, Arise. It say, flee the shadow of this world. Receive the joyfulness of your glory. I testify my Savior openly. And that's why Ezra say, who is these? He said he greatly commended those that stood so still for the name of the Lord, man. Or receive the gift that is given you. That's First Timothy 4 and Jeremiah 1 and 5. It say, and be glad, giving thanks unto him that have led you to the heavenly kingdom. Arise up and stand. Hey, we stand in great boldness, man, before the face of such that have afflicted us and made no count of our labors. It said, behold, a number of those that be sealed in the feast of the Lord. What? 144, man. Revelation 7, Revelation 14. It say, which are departed from the shadow of the world and have received glorious garments of the Lord. Hey, when you go into glorious garments, Revelation, man. Revelation 14 and 4. It said, these are they which are not defiled with women, for they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb whatsoever he goeth. These are redeemed from among men, being the first fruits. Elect, man. Ephesians 1 and 4. Being the first fruits unto power and to the Lamb. And in their mouth was found no guile, for they are without fault before the throne of power. Hey, these are they, man. They were redeemed from the earth, man. This is let me see, I had one more. Oh, I want to get this too, cause it's only way out. It's only one way out of here, man. First and foremost, through the mercy of Yahweh Shema Shah. Hey, but faith and works, man. You can't be a part of this world, man. James 4:4. Ye adulterers and adulteress, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with power? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is an enemy of power, man. You ain't getting out of here lusting after the cares of this world, man. This is 1 John 2:15. Love not the world, neither the things that are of the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the world passeth away with what? Fire by the ICBMs and the lust thereof. But he that doeth the will of power abideth forever, man. So you can't try to get salvation and be a part of this world, man. It ain't gonna work. You gotta let go. Gotta repent, convert, and be healed. Otherwise, you might well just kill yourself now, man. Because destruction is coming, and these devils finna push forward harder, man. They finna go hard, man. Because all they got is slander, man. That's all they got. And then you can see it every day more and more, man. All they got is slander, man. But Lord willing, us edifying. Gotta give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakak Kodash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who well, who teach well, in the sincere salutation to all the doctrine, pushing this truth and believing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world, waking up the whole for the elect. Shalom to the Agua who are listening and learning, you few sisters who are listening and learning. Hey, that Genesis, that 3, when he said he would put enmity between the woman and Satan's seed and the woman's seed, that's the same woman in Revelation 12, man. Okay? The same floods that's going to happen in Isaiah 59:19 is the same flood that the devil cast water, like cast the flood out of his mouth, man, to try to take away the woman, man. Same thing, man. Okay? They coming, man. They coming like a flood, man. And you bug out 2/3 Jakes that deceiving all our people, man, you're gonna be destroyed, man. The Lord got something for you. The Lord got something special for you, man. You're not one of the people. As the scripture said in 2nd Ezra 16:40, man. You ain't preparing the people for battle. Said the same thing in Ezekiel 13:5. You are not preparing the people for battle, man. You got them same thing Christianity doing. Jesus love you, come as you are, prosperity doctrine, man. Okay? And the laws are done away with so you can do what you want to do, man. That's what you Jake's pushing. Why? Because all you devils, you bug out 2/3 camps. You got the 501c3 charter, man. That tax exempt, man. And you're gonna be destroyed for it. I had to tell you in Michael 3, man. Okay? Hey, these congregations, they're gonna turn on you 2/3 pastors, man. Hey, TD Jakes, TD Snitch got all these people in this church. Hey, they all gonna turn on him, man. And he might just be food for him too, man. Creflo Dollar, uh, Geo Jennings, all these bug outs, man. Hey, the congregation gonna turn on them, man. Why? Because they have been lying to them the whole time, man. And they gonna realize it. Some of them gonna get it before it's too late. Most of them gonna die, man. They gonna die. Why? Because they are not preparing, man. Every day you see something new going on in the news, man. These nations is separate from North America, man. Which leaves what? Revelation 17:16, man. They're gonna make her naked and desolate and eat her flesh and burn her with fire, man. And it's happening every day, man. But you, Jakes, is still one about love and hip hop and Atlanta Housewives and all these other bug out ass shows and Empire and Power and all this madness, man. Uh, Facebook and social media, man, gonna take you away, man. Don't in what that flood, man. You're gonna be taken away, man. You have been warned. You have been warned. You have been warned, man. And so, Lord, willing, edifying. Until next time, shalom. Oh, you know what? What? Oh no, that was it. Yeah, Shalom.